What's happening, everybody? Grand Prix GTP02 here, kicking it back in the rather crazily colored interior of a 2016 Hyundai Veloster Turbo that is dressed in that ever so famous color, Vitamin C Pearl. I've got my Code Red Mountain Dew here to keep me alive this morning. It's a little kind of muggy and gray and nasty out here on this Tuesday morning here in the middle of May in the north end of Houston, Texas. I think I've said enough on that already, and I am here to give you guys another little update as to what is going to be happening with the channel, because I've been doing a little bit more thinking. I've been trying to integrate more thought processes into the development of the channel, and I've been trying to find ways to really bring this channel back with a bang. Now, I tried to do that initially with the short and sweet videos, and I will continue to do those, but in a little bit of a lesser extent, because I don't exactly always find the greatest cars or the greatest examples of certain vehicles to use. Move these sunglasses, they're getting a little annoying, to actually use for the short and sweet videos. So I'm taking a rest on that, but what I really want to focus on is possibly the greatest piece of news that I've ever received in my entire life. Basically, a dream of mine has been set in motion to a certain degree. Now, nothing is set in stone yet as far as like press vehicles or anything like that, and the reason I bring that up is because recently I was approved to become a journalist and official member of the Texas Auto Writers Association. I'm just trying to pronounce that correctly, because if I said writers, it sounds like motorcycle riders, but you guys get the idea. Anyways, so how T.A.W.A, as I like to call it, works is basically you have different events that go on throughout the state of Texas. The one upcoming one that I can think of off the top of my head is the Texas State Fair in Dallas, but that's not until September. But basically, because I am now a member of the Texas Auto Writers Association, I will be able to have a media pass and be able to go to different events as a journalist and actually be able to film cars more easily, a lot more new stuff, a lot more upcoming vehicles, concept cars, that kind of stuff. So that is really, really exciting. I was so happy when I got the email the other day and was finally approved by one of the main administrators of the T.A.W.A group here in the Lone Star State to actually become a journalist, and it was not easy. I will tell you that. It does actually cost money to do this stuff, so maybe that should be what this video is about, is talking about how to become an automotive journalist through what I've experienced so far. Initially, when I started, I just planned on having it as a hobby. I didn't really, want to do much with it, but eventually I found my calling. I said, you know what, I want to be a journalist. I want to be out there. I want to be the one doing the reporting. So, I mean, that was definitely the goal. And, sorry, Mountain Dew break. And trying to clear all this crap out of my throat as well, and I don't think this is going to help, but caffeine rules, baby. That's the thing nowadays. Anyways, so I was trying to think what were better ways that I could help myself get into the career that I ultimately want, which I love to write, I love to be on camera, and as many of you guys know, I love to talk. I love to make stories sound amazing. I like to embellish on certain things. I really love to make things sound absolutely awesome. And it's been kind of hard because originally I was not using my own ideas, but now I'm starting to get the idea of creating my own original content. I want to start doing that a lot more. Now, it can be filming on a GoPro, doing more dealership startups here at Humble Hyundai where I'm at right now, and I would love to do more of those if I can find my stinking GoPro. It wandered off somewhere and I don't know where it went afterwards, but whether it's doing startups here on the lot, just doing random vehicle stuff, doing more short vehicle tours, doing in-depth reviews, which YouTube seems to be really being a pain in the ass nowadays with uploading big long reviews. I have two reviews actually, just to kind of give it away. I have a 2015 Buick Encore that I was lent, which I really liked it. It was actually an interesting vehicle. I've wanted to learn more about those for a while. Knew that they were based off of an Opel design, of course, from Europe, one of the many cars that GM has brought from Europe over to here. And then also, happily, and I may re-record some of it because I did not get all my facts correct, I took a shot at filming the 2016 Hyundai Equus Signature. I did not find an Ultimate because the Ultimates nowadays are as rare as hen's teeth. Those are the ones with the TVs in the seat, the huge 12.3-inch display for the gauge cluster, the 9.2-inch navigation display. Oh, wait, that's standard. Anyways, so I did take a shot at filming both of those. The Encore turned out great. The Equus, not so much because I didn't exactly get all my facts right, and I would prefer to put something out there that's factual rather than just guessing like a lot of times that I have before. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, a career as a journalist definitely takes a lot to get there. I mean, you know, you can write all day long, but when it comes to journalism, especially in the automotive industry, you gotta get your facts right. You are delivering a consensus, if you will, to the public. You are basically putting your name on the line saying that I know all of these facts, I've learned these facts, this is what I've learned, so here's how you can read all about it. Now, car manufacturers are never going to accept either half-ass work or work that does not include true 110% facts at all. Now, that can be a different story if the auto manufacturer says they don't know a certain specification about a vehicle, such as an upcoming car. The company may say, oh, we're looking to get around this kind of horsepower, this kind of torque, this kind of fuel mileage for the car. That's one thing. But if the numbers are there, like on the sticker here for this Veloster Turbo, can you say, I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's all right there. It's all a fact sheet. Read off of this if you have to. You know, put it behind the camera and hold the camera here and, you know, read off of the Maroni sticker every once in a while, or put on a set of glasses so people don't notice your eyes going that way. Something. I mean, the facts are there, people. It's that easy. So that's something I wanted to work on as well. I do apologize for keeping on sniffling, but oh, excuse me. But you know, that's one thing I've wanted to focus on, and I just wanted to help further myself along in my journalism career. I've taken several journalism classes throughout college, throughout high school, and even in middle school. I did creative writing courses, I did things like that. So that is where I learned a bit of my vocabulary. Unfortunately, my brain just doesn't always seem to be all there, and it never really has been. So that is a bit of a challenge. I do struggle with my vocabulary. I do kind of have a speech impediment. It's not a huge one by any measure, but anyways, the point being, what I really wanted to do in this whole update was give you guys the wonderful news that I finally am now a member of the Texas Auto Writers Association. I hope to be bringing you guys more content from that, and I also want to hear back from you guys. Now, I know that so many of you are begging for certain vehicles, certain year ranges. Oh, you've got to do this. You've got to drive this car. You've got to do that. I'm going to tell you guys right now that as much as I would love to fulfill all of your requests, believe me, I do. I love that you guys stay in communication with me. I love that you guys are supporting me still, even though I've only got a few hundred views on each of the videos that I've put up so far. I just really think that it's great that you guys stay in contact with me, which is awesome. You know, I love staying in contact with my subscribers. Now, in that sense, I do love that happens, but please, please, for the love of all that is holy, do not start ripping my rear end open because I don't film your type of car that you so desire. So, I mean, just it's annoying. It sort of makes me want to go, well, maybe I really won't film that car, because they just consistently bug me about it, and it just keeps getting pushed further and further and further back. So, not to be rude, but I mean, when I say I want to interact with you guys, I don't mean an influx of requests of all different types of cars, that some I may never find, something I may never do in a vehicle. The list goes on and on. It's as simple as that. So, anyways, it is getting a little warm in the interior of this Veloster. My Code Red is starting to condense here, so drink it while it's cold. And anyways, guys, thank you for joining me for this quick little update from this wacky colored interior of this Veloster Turbo. And actually, before I go, I want to talk to you guys. Just let me tell you a little bit. When I was talking about facts, let me just kind of put this into perspective. So one of the facts that I know about the Veloster Turbo right off the top of my head without even having to look at the sticker, and this actually did come straight from the brochure, is the color choices that you can get for the interior of the Veloster Turbo, which it's kind of weird with the Veloster because I've seen gray leather interiors, which the gray seats with the black accents here, but as far as color choices, you notice this one is color matched to the exterior of this one, dressed in vitamin C pearl, which is that nice sunset orange. Now this one can be paired with this color, I think only on this color, but you also have red, you have the ash gray, you have a solid black, and then you have blue, which the blue I believe is only specific to the Rally Edition now. So those are the color choices that you can get for this. But again, those are that's an example of a fact that you would maybe want to put out there in a review if you're talking about it. Now, some of the facts you just can't ignore. Example, engine up front, 1.6 liter Gamma, turbocharged, direct injected, double overhead cam, 16 valve, 4-cylinder engine, dual continuous variable valve timing. It makes 201 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque, and I do have to look at the sticker on this one just to make sure I'm right. Yep, 27 miles per gallon city, 33 on the highway, and 2016 also is the first model year for the Turbo for it to have the new 7-speed EcoShift dual clutch automatic transmission. It shifts faster. The transmission set up so that the odd gears are on one side, on one input shaft. You have a second input shaft with the even numbered gears, and basically when you set off in first gear, once you reach a certain rev range, it already has prepared second gear for you. So the moment you either pull the paddle here on the steering wheel or pull the gear shifter into push it up another gear, it just basically drops straight in. So those are examples of facts that you want to give people when you present your video, or when you present your content to the public. You have to remember, you're not doing this for fun now. If you want to do it professionally, you want to make sure that your audience has the facts. Don't guess. Don't be the kind of guy that just throws stuff out there. Be the guy or be the girl, whoever you may be, that gives the facts like they are. Don't make stuff up. Don't turn around and guess. Don't be too biased either. We're not the automotive industry's cheerleaders here. We are here to give fair, honest critiques and praises of different vehicles that come out of the market, all different shapes and sizes included. So, with all of that in mind, and that little lesson included, I thank all of you again for joining me here for this update. I do apologize for the little edit in the middle. I had to kind of cut and edit because, like any good journalist, I do make mistakes as well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming along, and I do hope to see you guys in the next update, see you in the next review, see you whenever possible, and I hope all of you guys have a safe drive when you get out on the road, and I hope you all have a great day. So take care, everybody. And this is Grand Prix GTP 02 signing out.